Good evening, ma'am. My name is Micko Fabian, and tonight I'll be delving into an exploration of various literary criticism approaches. So we'll journey through the realms of traditional literary criticism, formalism, and new criticism. Also, um, we will tackle about Marxism and critical theory and unravel the complexities of structuralism and post-structuralism. So first, let's focus on the traditional literary criticism. So in traditional literary theory or criticism, critics often delve into the biographical background of the author to better understand the context of their work. They analyze recurring patterns in the author's writing to uncover distinctive elements such as style, structure, or tone. So, by deciphering these patterns, critics aim to discern the author's intended meaning and unique artistic voice, distinguishing them from other writers. So, for instance, when examining the works of Ralph Waldo Emerson, critics pay particular attention to his frequent references to nature and God. And these themes not only reflect Emerson's personal beliefs but also align with the broader philosophy of transcendentalism, which is very prevalent during his time. So, through this lens, critics gain insight into Emerson's worldview and philosophical currents that shape his literary expression. Next up is formalism and new criticism. So, new criticism is a method of literary analysis that prioritizes close examination of the text itself. So, independent of external influences such as authorial intention or reader response. It seeks to uncover the intricate relationships between a text's ideas and its formal elements, aiming to reveal unity and coherence of meaning within the work. So, by focusing on patterns of sound, imagery, narrative structure, and other techniques discernible through close reading, new critics attempt to determine the function and appropriateness of these elements within the self-contained text. New criticism asserts that the meaning of a text is intrinsic and should not be conflated with external factors such as the author's intention or the reader's subjective reactions, thereby rejecting what it terms the intentional fallacy and the affective fallacy. Next, formalism. So, formalism as a literary criticism approach prioritizes the analysis of the structure and form of literary texts. It places significant emphasis on delving into the intricate web of language, symbols, and literary devices within the narrative, viewing the text as a contained entity rich with meaning, waiting to be deciphered. So formalists exclude external influences such as intellectual, biographical, and historical context, focusing solely on the intrinsic elements of the text itself. So fundamentally, formalism posits that literature encapsulates vast amounts of information within its verbal signs, forming a unique and distinct verbal system crafted by the author. So this perspective underscores the importance of literary forms in shaping the overall meaning and aesthetic impact of the text. So through meticulous analysis of language, symbols, and narrative techniques, formalists aim to unravel the complexities and tensions inherent within the text, illuminating the author's creative prowess and mastery of linguistic expression. So, for example, the Scarlet Letter serves as a vivid illustration of formalist analysis in action. So, by scrutinizing the careful use of imagery, symbolic narrative, point of view within the text, formalists seek to uncover deeper layers of meaning and significance, enriching our understanding and appreciation of the literary work as a whole. Next, we have Marxism and critical theory. So, Marxist criticism delves into the relationship between literature and its socio-economic context, drawing from the ideas of Karl Marx. Initially, it focused on portraying workers and the working class, but it involved to view literature as a reflection of historical conditions and a reservoir of knowledge. So, like cultural criticism, Marx's literary analysis challenges established canons, exploring how culture and power intersect. So, for Marx's critics, literature both mirrors existing power structures and serves as a platform for critiquing and reshaping them. So critical theory originating from the Marxist tradition evolved from the influential work of the Frankfurt School. Scholars such as Max Horkheimer, Theodor Adorno, um, and Jürgen Habermas, and it aims to critique and transform society as a whole, contrasting with traditional theories that merely seek understanding. So, inspired by Marx's economic and social critiques, critical theory explores the cultural and ideological facets of power and domination. So, scholars like Georgi Lucas and Antonio Gram and Antonio Gramsci expanded upon Marx's ideas, focusing on the societal forces hindering people's understanding of power dynamics. So this approach laid the foundation for critical theory, which continues to analyze and challenge societal structures in contemporary context. So next we have structuralism and post-structuralism. So structuralism and post-structuralism emerged in the mid-20th century and brought significant changes to fields like linguistics, anthropology, literary theory, and philosophy. So, structuralism, led by scholars like Ferdinand de Saussure and Claude Lévi-Strauss, focuses on uncovering the hidden systems that shape human thought, language, and culture. So, it looks for patterns and connections across different aspects of human experience, such as language, which it sees as a structured system of science governed by rules. Now, next is post structuralism. So, on the other hand, it emerged as a critic of structuralism. Um, Philosophers or thinkers like Jacques Derrida, Michel Foucault, and Roland Barthes argued that meaning is not fixed and is influenced by power dynamics, culture, and history. So post-structuralism questions the idea of clear-cut categories and hierarchies, showing how complex and ever-changing language and society can be. So together, these frameworks have deeply influenced how we think about language, power, and identity in fields like um, critical theory and cultural studies. Thank you for listening and good evening, ma'am.